any NBA coach, scout, GM, or whatever, they was probably, real concerned about my size and questionable about, high school, college is different ever. The NBA is a totally different world.
Yeah.
So, I got invited to the combine, Portsmouth in Chicago. Me and Scottie Pippen happened to be on the same team because Scottie was projected to go late first as well. But at our performance in Portsmouth, we got invited to Chicago, and from that moment, we put on such a show, and he was happened to be on my team.
Welcome to our channel. Today, we dive into the incredible story of Muggsy Bogues, the shortest player in NBA history who defied gravity, expectations, and the odds. At just 5 feet 3 inches, he commanded the court with speed, skill, and a heart bigger than the game itself. From his rise in Baltimore to becoming a true basketball icon, this is a journey you won't want to miss. Stay tuned, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more legendary sports stories. At just 5 feet 3 inches, Muggsy Bogues defied gravity and shattered expectations, becoming the shortest player to ever grace the NBA. Born in the unforgiving streets of Baltimore's Lafayette Court housing projects, Bogues was a fighter long before he set foot on a basketball court. A stray bullet at 5, a father sentenced to 20 years, and the harrowing sight of a man beaten to death. His childhood was a relentless storm. Yet, against the odds, he refused to be defined by his circumstances. Nicknamed Muggsy for his scrappy play, he honed his craft on the playgrounds, wrestling giants and outpacing doubters, proving that heart and hustle trump height. His journey to greatness began at Dunbar High School, where he played alongside future NBA stars, leading his team to a mind-blowing 60-0 record over 2 seasons. With scholarship offers pouring in, he carved his path to the big leagues, rewriting the rules of the game. Muggsy wasn't just a player, he was a statement, a living testament to resilience, showing the world that the only real limitations are the ones we accept. Muggsy Bogues didn't just play college basketball, he dominated it, rewriting the script for what a point guard could be. At Wake Forest, he was a force of nature, carving through defenses with unmatched speed and vision. By his senior year, he wasn't just putting up numbers. He was setting records, leading the ACC in steals and assists, earning the Francis Pomeroy Naismith Award, and being named Wake Forest's most valuable athlete. His impact was so seismic that Wake Forest retired his number just years after his departure. But Bogues wasn't done. On the world stage, he led Team USA to a gold medal in the 1986 FIBA World Championship, proving that heart, skill, and sheer defiance could outshine any height disadvantage. Muggsy Bogues hit the USBL like a lightning bolt, a 5 feet 3 inches enigma tearing through defenses and electrifying crowds. Drafted second overall by the Rhode Island Gulls in 1987, he didn't just play. He owned the court, averaging 22.2 points and 8.4 assists per game, leading the league in minutes, and turning the Gulls into the hottest ticket in town. Every game was a spectacle, every move a defiance of gravity and expectation. But just as the legend was taking flight, an ankle injury cut the season short. Not the dream, just the prologue to an even greater story. The 1987 NBA draft was stacked with future Hall of Famers, but none defied logic quite like Muggsy Bogues, the 5 feet 3 inches anomaly taken 12th overall by the Washington Bullets. On November 6, 1987, he made his debut, fearlessly orchestrating the offense against towering opponents. Sharing a locker room with 7 feet 7 inches Manu Bol, the tallest player in NBA history at the time, Bogues turned the 28-inch height gap into a spectacle, landing on 3 magazine covers alongside his giant teammate. But his rookie season wasn't just a gimmick. He led the team in steals and assists, proving that size was nothing against speed, vision, and sheer defiance. The Washington Bullets may have let Muggsy Bogues slip away in the 1988 NBA expansion draft, but Charlotte saw what others overlooked, a game-changer in a 5 feet 3 inches frame. Arriving as one of the original Hornets, Bogues embraced a fresh start. His early days under coach Dick Harter were frustrating, with limited minutes off the bench. But when Gene Liddles and Alan Bristow took over, the Hornets unleashed him, and Bogues became the heartbeat of a young, electrifying squad. Paired with Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson, he transformed Charlotte into a must-watch team, leading them to 3 playoff appearances and consistently ranking among the NBA's best passers. In 1992-93, he had the league's best assist-to-turnover ratio, and in 1993-94, he averaged a double-double, proving that a giant impact had nothing to do with height. But even legends aren't immune to time. By 1995, knee surgery derailed his momentum, and though he fought back, the Hornets slowly began to move on. In 1997, coach Dave Cowens subtly hinted at retirement, and the team's signing of David Wesley was the writing on the wall. Owner George Shinn promised Bogues a home in Charlotte, but reality struck in November. He was traded to the Golden State Warriors. The deal severed his ties with the franchise where he built his legacy, but at the time of his departure, Bogues stood atop the Hornets' record books, their all-time leader in assists and steals, and the NBA's greatest ever in assist-to-turnover ratio. The smallest player in NBA history had left an oversized footprint on the game. Even with limited starts, Muggsy Bogues wasted no time making an impact, leading the Golden State Warriors in assists during the 1997-98 season, proving that his court vision remained elite. But the following year was a battle against his own body. Injuries, a nagging hamstring, knee issues, and even chickenpox kept him sidelined for much of the lockout-shortened season. Yet, despite the setbacks, his presence on the floor remained a testament to his resilience, a relentless warrior refusing to fade quietly. At 35 years old, Muggsy Bogues wasn't just chasing the game, he was defying time. Signing with the Toronto Raptors for the veterans minimum, he reunited with Del Curry and played 80 games for the first time since 1993, proving that even worn knees couldn't dull his fire. On March 3, 2000, he turned back the clock, dropping 24 points against the Boston Celtics, tying his career high. But reality caught up. His chronic knee injury limited him to just 3 games in 2001, marking the quiet end of a thunderous career. Traded twice for salary cap reasons, first to New York and then to Dallas, he never suited up again. Instead, he walked away on his own terms, choosing family over the fading echoes of the game. Mark Cuban, recognizing a legend's worth, guaranteed his contract, ensuring his exit was one of dignity, not desperation. By the time he left the league, he stood 12th all-time in assists, proof that his impact far outweighed his size. And yet, in July 2002, after his mother's passing, he told the Baltimore Sun one thing. He still wasn't done dreaming. From NBA legend to cultural icon, Muggsy Bogues' impact stretched far beyond the hardwood. His 1994 autobiography, In the Land of Giants, detailed his rise from the streets of Baltimore to the pinnacle of basketball. Post-retirement, he dabbled in real estate before diving into coaching, leading the Charlotte Sting in the WNBA despite zero coaching experience. Hollywood embraced him. He was in Space Jam, Juwanna Mann, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and more. A marketing force, he starred in ads for Sprite, Reebok, IBM, Axe, and even GoDaddy. In 2014, he returned to Charlotte as a Hornets ambassador, and in 2020, he was inducted into the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame. Beyond fame, his Muggsy Bogues Family Foundation uplifts at-risk families, proving that his biggest impact wasn't in height, but in heart. Muggsy Bogues first met his wife, Kim, in 1984 at a Dunbar High School alumni game, and their connection quickly deepened. They married in 1989 after welcoming their daughter, Brittany, in 1987, and later had a son, Ty, in 1991. Bogues also had a daughter, Tyesha, from a previous relationship at age 17. Though he and Kim separated in 1995 and divorced in 1997, their bond endured. In 2003, Bogues found love again with Sharon Smith, whom he met at Del Curry's retirement party, but tragedy struck when she passed away from breast cancer in 2008. Years later, fate brought Bogues and Kim back together, and in 2015, they remarried, rekindling their lifelong connection. As of 2025, Muggsy Bogues has an estimated net worth of $14 million. His wealth comes from his 14-season NBA career, endorsements, real estate investments, and business ventures, including owning the Charlotte Stingers. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue creating exciting videos, and we're eager to bring you even more engaging content in the future. Stay tuned for more.